Playground injuries are usually fractures from falls. That's the most common injury that we see in the hospital or in the clinic. And the vast majority of those are to the arm. Younger kids, however, kids under about age 4, will actually hit their heads. They'll have injuries to the head more often than to their arms, so it depends on the age. Teaching children, for example, to go down the slide feet first. Don't go down head first. Don't jump off the top of the play equipment. If you're in swings, don't swing and then leap out of the swing while you're at the highest point. Some of these things are natural to children. They want to explore the extent to which they can leap and jump and go down the slide head first. But some of the very basic dangerous play habits you can teach your child, those aren't acceptable. If you're going to be buying a playground or any kind of play structure for your backyard, one of the most important things to think of right off the bat is, what is an appropriate structure for the age of my child now? A lot of times we want to buy a piece of play equipment or a structure for the backyard for when my child gets older. And maybe you have a young child who's 3 or 4 and you buy a piece of equipment that's better for older kids and you want your child to grow into that equipment. That's not a safe way to have play structures in your backyard. The other important thing is to remember that the surfacing under your play structure is probably the most important thing that you can pay attention to. If you go home and put it in your backyard with packed earth or dirt or normal grass, that's not appropriate surfacing for a play structure. You need to look ahead and realize you will probably need to re-landscape some, whether that means putting in several inches of mulch, whether that means putting in a rubberized surface or some other safety surface in your backyard. As a pediatrician, trampolines for me are a very straightforward issue. The American Academy of Pediatrics has recommended since 1996 that trampolines never be used at home, they never be used in a normal physical education class at school, and that they never be used in an outdoor playground. So the only place where trampolines should be used and can safely be used are in some kind of a gymnastics class, a supervised training setting. But otherwise, I recommend strongly against trampolines in backyards. The reason that we are so strongly opinionated about trampolines is that the number of injuries and the type of injuries from trampolines are staggering. In 1996, a study showed that over 80,000 injuries occurred when using trampolines, and almost all of them were children. Many of them ended up being serious enough to need medical attention.